Appetite Cure, your binge-blasting bazooka for reclaiming your rightful body. Sound eating isn't about rigid nutrition doctrines, staying unrealistically skinny, or depriving yourself of the foods you adore. As an alternative, it's about feeling excellent, having more energy, and keeping yourself as sound as possible, all of which might be attained by learning some nutrition basics and using them in a way that works for you. Chapter 1, Introduction to Your New Life. Here is all the motivation you would have to carry on with eating healthy. The advantages. Let's straightaway launch into the subject. You become fitter. We could have a whole collection of books about the health benefits of eating right, and still it wouldn't quite cover what benefits genuinely exist. The most significant benefit is that you gain control over your weight. By eating right, you likewise make sure that your metabolism functions right. Most notably your immune system and your digestive system. Keep working right. You are likewise protected from different chronic diseases, right from cardiovascular diseases like arterial sclerosis and high blood pressure to diabetes. More cost efficient. Eating healthy means you spend much less. Your bills at the supermarkets reduce drastically, and you don't plunge farther into credit card debt if that's already an issue with you. In addition to that, you save a big bundle on all the healthcare expenses you'd need if any issue surfaces because of your food binging habits. Less toxins within your body. Numerous foods nowadays are toxic because of the synthetic chemicals present in them. Once you are trying to eat right, you are much less likely to get these toxins into your body, as one of the basic tenets of eating right is that you shouldn't eat anything that's man-made. In addition to that, if you eat less, you will likewise be able to cut back on vices like smoking and alcoholism. A glass of beer is almost synonymous with a night out with the boys. If you eat less, you won't want the beer as well. Likewise, you will not want that one or more mandatory smoke that you tend to have after each meal. More active lifestyle. Once you eat better, you will find that you're able to do your work in a much better way. You can exercise more, travel more, play more, work more, and therefore make your life more productive. That sure beats being a plump slob and lounging around on the couch the whole day, doesn't it? You're able to also be more involved with your friends and family, and that surely enriches your life. Great social life. Forget about fat fetishes. Persons who are overweight don't look attractive. There's a strong social taboo about weight on the wrong places of the body. If you are trying to find a partner, your flab might virtually get in the way. Not simply that, persons who can't control their eating habits and hence their weight are looked down on by society as being persons who can't control their basic urges. This sort of psychology does exist, though very few persons will speak about it. Once you eat right, you will discover that such issues go away. Chapter 2, Basics to Breaking Binge Eating Habits. We have all been there. Turning to the icebox if feeling lonely or bored, or indulging in seconds or thirds of strained. But if you suffer from binge eating, the from time to time urge to overeat is more like an obsession. Some basics. Instead of eating sensibly to make up for it, you penalize yourself by purging, fasting, or exercising to do away with the calories. You may have found how easily you're able to get rid of the food ingested during a binge by vomiting or taking diet pills or laxatives. The vicious circle of binging and purging carries a toll for the body, and it's even harder on mental well-being. However, the cycle might be broken. Effective binge eating treatment and support might help you develop a healthier relationship with food and defeat feelings of tension, guilt, and shame. Binge eating nervosa is an eating disorder qualified by commonplace episodes of binge eating, followed by frantic efforts to avoid putting on weight. If you're fighting with binge eating, life is a ceaseless battle between the want to slim down or remain thin and the overpowering obsession to binge eat. You don't want to binge, you understand you'll feel guilty and ashamed subsequently, but over and over you succumb. During an average binge, you might devour from 3,000 to 5,000 calories in a single short hour. After it stops, terror sets in and you turn to drastic measures to undo the binge, like taking X-Lax, inducing vomiting, or going on a 10-mile run. And all the time, you feel more and more out of control. It's crucial to note that binge eating doesn't inescapably involve purging, physically doing away with the food from your body by barfing or utilizing laxatives, enemas, or diuretics. If you make up for your binges by fasting, working out to excess, or going on crash diets, this also qualifies as binge eating. If you're living with binge eating, you comprehend how scary it feels to be so out of command. Knowing that you're harming your body simply adds to the fear. However, buck up, change is possible. No matter how long you've fought with binge eating, you're able to learn to break the binge and purge cycle and develop a healthier attitude towards food and your body. Acknowledge you have an issue. Up till now, you've been invested in the idea that life will be greater, that you'll at last feel good if you drop off more weight and command what you eat. The first step in binge eating recovery is admitting that your relationship to food is garbled and out of command. Talk to someone. It might be hard to discuss what you're going through, especially if you've kept your binge eating a secret for a while. You could be ashamed, ambivalent, or frightened of what others will think. However, it's crucial to comprehend that you're not alone. Find a great listener, somebody who will support you as you attempt to get better. Keep away from individuals, places, and activities that spark the temptation to binge or purge. You may need to avoid looking over fashion or fitness magazines, spend less time with friends that constantly diet and discuss losing weight, and stay away from weight loss sites and pro-mia sites that encourage binge eating. You may likewise need to be careful when it comes to meal preparation and cooking magazines and shows. Seek professional help. The advice and support of trained eating disorder pros might help you retrieve your health, learn to eat normally once more, and formulate healthier mental attitudes about food and your body. Chapter 3: Nutritional Tips for Conquering Cravings. Cravings occur. Some of the times they seem to pop out of nowhere. Some of the times they're emotional. And some of the times they exist simply because I'm getting hungry. My feelings toward cravings have constantly been the same, regardless of the situation. I don't like them. Have a look. What we need is to seize a plan that will help in handling cravings the best way conceivable. In my experience, arriving at small shifts over time is simpler to adopt and is better than attempting to swap everything in one fell pounce. I'm likewise sure that as I learn more, my fight plan might alter. The one I'll center on today is a select breakfast, the first step to combating cravings. Why breakfast? Breakfast presents the body fuel and keeps blood sugar levels steadier. I recognize that if I skip breakfast, my blood glucose will crash about mid-morning, and then I'll gorge myself silly come lunchtime. Steadfast blood sugar levels means I'll keep away from crashing and subsequent gorging. It likewise means I'll feel a lot alerter and industrious, and I need this as I'm not a morning individual. Not all breakfasts are the equivalent, though. A mocha cafe latte with whipped cream sounds like a savory breakfast, but it's not particularly healthy, nor would it carry me all morning. If I say a select breakfast, I'm referring to a breakfast with a little protein and complex carbohydrates. Complex carbohydrates carry fiber and more nutrients than the complicated stuff. Again, my blood sugar will be a lot less fluctuating, and that means I keep away from the sugar crash. Protein will hold my hunger at bay for a longer time period. Now the hard part, integrating all of this into a breakfast I'll really eat. Here are a few breakfast selections I've come up with that I know I would love. Rich fiber. Protein: whole grain cereal with skim milk or soy milk. Wholemeal toast with scrambled eggs made with for the most part egg whites. Oatmeal with a bit of protein powder, walnuts, and skimmed milk added to it. Don't forget chopped apples and cinnamon. Breakfast burrito. Scrambled eggs, veggies, low-fat cheese and a whole grain tortilla. Chapter 4: Benefits of Meditation. Some of the time people are so eager to try something new or the latest popular thing that they fail to realize that for anything to be a benefit, it have to first be understood and then utilized or practiced over a period of time. Some of the time this time frame may take quite a while to show any noticeable results. In the enthusiasm of it all, some might even overlook simple ways to having a better quality of life, being happier, healthier, or merely just for healing. Meditation is one of these easy ways. Meditate. Meditation need not be a complicated procedure, nor need it be a religious process. All the same, those who want to take the quest deeper might find spiritual fulfillment too. Naturally, for meditation to work, its application and practice have to be right. Being able to stay focused and centered throughout the meditative procedure is the key to reaping the benefits of meditation. The level of centeredness the individual has accomplished dictates his or her reactions and that of the surroundings. Once there is a level of centeredness from inside, the outer events adjust to the inner energy because the centered energy is solider than dissipated, reactive energy. Meditation is primarily the art of learning how to reach this level of centeredness. It is even referred to as the nearest link between one's spiritual nature and God. Once the person does not understand the importance of attaining this centeredness, then the problems around take on more significance, resulting in the failure mentality seeping in and a lot of damaging energy is released. Though we may never control all things, especially outward influences, with the utilization of meditation it is possible to control our frame of mind and thus the reactive outcome. Meditation raises the level of consciousness and beefs up our aura. Meditation is a tool. It might help combat stress, fosters physical health, aids with chronic pain, may make you sleep better, feel more pleased, be more peaceful, as well as be in the here and now. However, on a deeper level, meditation is a door into the unknown. It may help us get a feel of the mystery of who we are. Chapter 5: Affirmations for Abstinence. It's nearly impossible to have optimum living without the right type of mentality and tools. It doesn't matter what type of health you have now. There's a particular way of thinking that you must have, and this type of thinking is what will give you the discipline to take action. Taking action is the most essential part of optimum living, and positive thoughts are called for to take major action. If you're not ready with the right type of mentality, then I fear you're destined to less than optimum living. Without the right type of mentality, your health might fail. If you're considering how to achieve optimum living, you truly need this mentality and tools. Affirmations can help. Affirmations are self-talk statements and better presented to the subconscious. These new images are viewed as credible by the subconscious and are placed in the area of subconscious having to do with the mind to enhance the ability to pull up particular powerful memories with less work. Through this particular imagery, a person may develop the inner tools for the correct mentality for optimum living, letting the memories and images be transported to the present moment where they're used for enhancing mindset, which is crucial for health and wellness. Frequently individuals believe these good and beneficial self-talk memories are a fallacy and don't exist, but the subconscious recognizes where they're located and will pull them ahead for increased health and wellness. These forms of affirmations make new neural tracts in the mind, enhancing the power to see these fresh powerful images. Stale images related to negativeness, weaknesses, deficiency of initiative, frail goal images and the ability to acquire health and wellness plan are diminished. When the mind discovers new affirmations, the subconscious mind sees them as tangible. You've likely observed a basic element in those who have achieved optimum living in business and in life. These winners and successful individuals tend to be enthusiastic and zealous in all aspects of their lives. This exuberance may be infectious, and it tends to rub off on all those individuals around them. A positive mental attitude and the might to turn that mental attitude into results are essential to optimum living, both in business and life. You see, a positive mental attitude is a valuable asset, regardless what your goals. You truly ought to assume the habit of doing regular favorable affirmations. Making positive affirmations a part of your daily function is a great way to alter your thoughts and help yourself acquire health and wellness. It's never too early or too late to begin this cycle of favorable affirmations, and even those simply beginning down this path may benefit from a positive mental attitude. Even if your health seems poor and you are not yet living optimally, it's crucial to display a positive mental attitude, and not let negativity sneak in to steal your thunder. Remember that some of the most successful individuals started somewhere. It truly is possible to attain optimum living, but without positive affirmations and a victorious mental attitude, this move won't be possible. Steady positive affirmations are exceedingly crucial for those individuals who want optimum living. True health and wellness is never simple, but it's crucial to remember that those around you, from loved ones to clients to competitors, feel your mental attitude and utilize it as a cue. If you're perpetually complaining about the deficiency of well-being, the individuals around you will be less than energized. If, on the other hand, you're perpetually supplying positive affirmations to yourself and the individuals around you, even in the hardest of times, they'll see your exuberance, learn from it, and use it as a cue to work harder and fix their own conditions. It truly does all come down to mental attitude. A positive mental attitude and positive affirmations may help your health and wellness in ways too many to mention here. Chapter 6: Healthy Habits for a Better Life. Concoct ways to be physically active. Most heavy individuals spend much time considering what they're going to eat. Ideas of what snacks, lunches and suppers they're going to enjoy and once, is what outlines their schedule for the day. In order to bear a successful mentality for weight loss, you have to start including ideas of physical activities with thoughts of food. Physical action works best once it's a firm part of your life, and exercise at home might be much handier than attempting to find time to get to the gymnasium. Moreover, exercise is commonly more gratifying if it takes place in a comfortable environment, and doing it at home provides you the ability to tailor the experience to fit your individual tastes. Get moving. If you're able to find easy, flexible strategies to add a little physical action into your routine, you'll stick with it more readily and move on to more formal physical exertion more quickly. A lot of us are hooked on our cars, however, with simply a little shift, we might turn daily errands into a simple way to exercise. Instead of driving to the corner grocery, walk or ride a bicycle. Purchase a car to carry your supplies or a trailer to pull behind the bicycle. Any little neighborhood errands might be achieved in this manner. Take the stairs instead of the elevator in your apartment house. If you've youngsters, walk with them once you take excursions, instead of packing everybody into the car. A leisurely stroll to the local park gets everybody some fresh air while helping you feel great. A sneaky way to fit physical action in is to do a little multitasking. Get a hands-free telephone system and utilize hand weights or do push-ups while you're waiting for the other person to pick up the telephone. Discover tasks that entail standing, like vacuuming or dusting, and plan to engage in them a couple of times every day. Utilize ankle weights and take little walking breaks to stretch out your legs if you are able to. Do 5 or 10 push-ups each time you enter or leave a room, nothing too long, simply a few seconds to get your motor running. Make fun out of exposing fresh ways to acquire exercise without breaking up the remainder of your routine. A lot of individuals view TV as a foe once it comes to physical action, but it doesn't have to be that way. Consider the amount of time you spend on the sofa watching television, and then consider that you're able to still watch those shows while you're on an exercise bike or treadmill. Pick a certain show you love, and make it an physical action show, which you only view while exercising. A lot of shows are available to purchase or rent on DVD, and hour-long programs last 45 minutes, without the commercials. The perfect length for a great workout. Get on the bicycle or treadmill, and turn on the show. Once the closing credits come up, quit and hit the shower. Every time that you discover yourself thinking of what you'll have for dinner, follow that thought with what you're able to do to promote fitness. For example, you might think, I'd love to have a chicken dinner tonight and a bowl of raspberry sherbet. Then, I might enjoy a nice evening walk around the neighborhood. You're letting your brain follow a mental affiliation of eating with an physical action. Remember, to achieve weight loss you have to regularly burn more calories than you consume. Wrapping up, if you eat right for a while, you'll distinguish that automatically things begin clicking. Your life all of a sudden becomes much greater and you see that you begin gaining control of it. And all this occurs because you've now taken control of your eating habits. The most important thing is that you have to remain driven. Likely you started with an eat right plan as you had a few extra pounds in your body. Through your constant efforts, you've now managed to defeat that situation. Your body is in much better shape now. However, that doesn't mean you're able to start going on food binges now. You have to continue with your healthy eating regimen. Only then will you feel its true effects in managing your life.